Bonjour à tous, bienvenue dans un nouveau let's play assez court, parce que je crois que le jeu n'a que 2 à 3 heures de gameplay, sur un jeu qui s'appelle donc Not for Breakfast, qui a été fait par... Attendez 2 petites secondes, je crois que c'est Not Games qui s'appelle, c'est ça, Not Games, donc il est un jeu en fait où je... Oh il est en français, c'est pas cool ça. PC, où on contrôle... En fait c'est... On va voir. Je pense qu'ils vont l'expliquer. On va l'appeler... Comment vous voulez que j'appelle une partie comme ça? Pour Big Brothers. Voilà, donc le contexte un peu qu'on voit ici. Donc a priori c'est un jeu où il y a beaucoup de corruption. Comment je fais? D'accord. Décroche.
Hi David, I have a call for
C'est
you. I'm
stylé.
just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know
C'est
you've
trop
only come
stylé.
in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're gonna have to
Voilà.
run the news tonight. Now, don't worry, it's not hard, and I'm gonna stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens.
D'accord. Oh putain, putain de QWERTY. Attendez, on va mettre en clavier anglais,
Look up
voilà.
at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home.
D'accord.
It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there
Putain,
in the
c'est
middle.
trop dur.
That's the one
Mais c'est
you
super
control.
dur.
Now the four small screens on the
C'est
left
super
show
dur.
the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer
Quoi?
at
Attends,
the
j'ai pas
bottom
compris.
left.
J'ai pas compris.
Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time.
Ok, j'ai plusieurs plans.
Have a look to your left.
Ok, je regarde à
These
gauche.
plugs
Oh,
control
c'est trop
everything
beau.
in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them,
J'ai
all
rien
you have
compris,
to
mon
do
frère.
now is throw the
Oh.
master trip switch and we're in business. Once
Ok,
you've got the power on,
vamos.
face the front again. You can see on the broadcast screen that
Il n'y
we're
a
in
rien
the
changé,
end
mon frère.
titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay,
Oh
they're
mon dieu.
over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast.
J'ai 50
Right,
secondes.
quickly, mate, look down under the desk.
Je
You can
stresse trop.
see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that,
Ok,
look up
je
to
vais
the front.
prendre la saucisse. La saucisse. Et frappe à dingue.
Right, won't be long now till the signal starts coming through from the station. Stay on your toes. All the bigwigs are in tonight because of the election, so we better not make any mistakes.
Mais gros, j'ai trop de pression. Je peux censurer, qu'est-ce que je fais?
When you get the signal, select screen one with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know seafood makes me come out in postures.
Putain, c'est trop bien fait.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going in 5, 4.
But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
Ça
Our
c'est
main
le
stories
direct.
tonight.
À droite c'est le vrai direct.
Next
Enfin,
is
Dieu,
going
c'est
to
le
be
vrai, à
the
droite,
news
c'est ce que les gens
titles
voient.
on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the
Et
flower
si j'appuie
market.
sur 2 maintenant?
Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch
C'est très
about his new
bien
movie,
fait.
The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to
Là,
advance
je gagne de
headquarters
l'audience.
to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their
Il me dit quand le faire? Ok.
That's all coming up on
In
tonight.
3,
National
2,
Nightly News.
1. Lovely, mate. Next thing is to throw
Putain,
back
c'est
to
trop
Jeremy
bien
with
fait.
button 1
Il y a
when
tout
that
là.
globe in the middle shrinks
trop
down
stylé.
and vanishes.
Rétréci. Bah, de toute façon, faut que j'attende que les gens disparaissent. C'est incroyable, les gars. Allez, cassez-vous. Ok.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Lovely, mate.
But first, the votes are in and it's a decisive win for Advance. The landslide.
Listen, mate, we often get a bit of interference around this time of night, so keep your eye on the machine
Non,
on
mais
the
c'est pas que ça,
bottom
c'est que mon
right.
frère.
You can move that white dot up and down, avoiding the interference
Non, mais
using the
on va
yellow
avoir un
knob or
stagiaire
your
pour ça?
scroll wheel.
Of a severe lack of actual policies and of
Scandaleux qu'il y ait
being
à faire ça.
deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly.
Great, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. And the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
We'll be going live to Advance HQ to hear the co-leaders
Trop dur, les gars.
And 3,
That's all coming
2,
up.
1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody.
Jeremy, I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
Oh,
I thought I'd ask him about the
Ça, c'est trop
election.
bien fait, le fait qu'on voit les vrais trucs là.
That's the same policy we use with you.
I thought that was our little
Trop
secret.
stressant, ouais.
He doesn't remember anything I tell him.
I'm deeply uncomfortable.
Il baise
with
les
your
deux,
burgeoning
quoi.
friendship. Yeah.
Ah, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Là, c'est fini? C'est fini?
Wicked, we made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier.
Putain,
This
c'est
next
pas du tout
sequence is what we
fini,
call a
il est à
multicam
plus.
sequence because you're going to be cutting between multiple
Il est
cameras to
rejoué,
keep
genre,
things
je peux te
interesting.
rejouer si je
A
veux.
lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long,
D'accord.
10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it
Quand
interesting.
il appuie sur 2, les
3.
gars.
Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough.
trop dur,
Then
les
the
gars.
audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen
putain, ça
programs on
m'enculait.
television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
Break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody.
This exclusive offer is
Oh.
available for a limited time.
Going in
J'ai
5,
trop peur, les gars.
4, 3.
Putain, je peux... Oh là là. Je comprends pas là, celle-là.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first
Get
off,
ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
Megan Wolf
Ah, mais
is
tu
here
peux
with the
mettre
star
les
of
deux
both
là.
stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go
the
to
Shop
Blunderclatch on
Non,
screen
merde.
3 when she
Putain,
says his
fils de
name.
pute, toi.
by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my dear, I do.
Oh là
hope you
là.
enjoy my telling
Moment gênant.
that being with you here today is among
Switch
the
to 2 for the wide now.
Et je suis en avance sur
May I
toi.
say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
I've worked with him on several movies, all
Oula, le dégoût là qu'elle a eu.
I said to Peter,
C'est trop
what
stylé,
a
les gars.
wild ride this
C'est
has
incroyable
been.
quand même.
And you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're
La
right.
réaction.
It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion.
Ah putain, c'est chier.
Honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for
Putain, je vais trop vite, non?
awards, what is it then
Je
that
sais pas,
drives you?
je suis bon là.
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer.
C'est bien
Like
fait,
you.
franchement, les deux trucs.
I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, That's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience.
Been on that show a bit
in the
long.
end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the
Ah, il me
people
saoule, il
that I
voit sa
inspire.
gueule, l'autre con.
The little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But, I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to
Je
politics,
train de voir un vrai truc de
one
télé
should
maintenant pour voir comment
always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again.
Sorry, I said fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week.
Putain, j'ai
Right,
pas
I've
du tout
swapped
mon
the
frère.
shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
Putain, vous avez vu sa gueule, comment elle aime pas du
Watch
tout.
out for that interference, mate.
Regarde là, regarde là.
I don't understand it.
Cool, looks like Blunder Clatch is losing it in the studio. I'd love to hear what he's saying, but don't switch to it now. You can go to the archive when the broadcast's done. We keep everything.
I don't know that.
No, Lance, we mustn't.
Maintenant, j'ai pas que ça à foutre, les gars, de faire des interférences.
You, Miss Flanagan.
Oh,
Did it for you, baby. All for you.
Dr. Hemlock.
We're gonna change the world, you remember? Go ahead, listen to you.
Dr.
c'est
Hemlock.
vraiment bien fait, les gars.
Told me, but I didn't listen.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
you need to see this.
Now it's all too late.
Look at this!
The virus.
Oula, ça c'est pour ça.
Sterility. This formula. This is the key.
Stop it all.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Oui, oui, j'ai compris ça.
Should.
Putain, ça en demande des ressources mentales. Ok, ça c'est bon.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen, here, is about 2 seconds behind the master screen, here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button, or the spacebar on your keyboard, for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm, and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you gotta do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line.
D'accord.
Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it
À
by ear.
plusieurs.
Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now.
Mmh.
As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down. Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed.
Christ,
Don't
online
wait for the
version doesn't
broadcast to go
God
live.
help whoever
That's
has to
too
do
late. You can use the number buttons on your
And a
keyboard,
lawyer and
1
a
to
TV
4.
Non, ça me
running the
va.
country. Seriously, Padworth.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance Headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Cut to the outside broadcast.
Go
shit,
for it,
he's
Pat.
pissed. Get ready to
Okay.
bleed.
Well, thank you all for coming.
Oh,
And,
fine.
well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying southern bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people,
Nice.
you saw right through their shite.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than the ground is funny. Coarser than the
Memorably put. Memorably
it down a
put.
bit
But to be
longer,
honest,
mate.
who can blame
Ta
Peter
mère,
for
mon frère,
celebrating?
je l'ai fait avant et après.
Throughout the
Speaker,
campaign,
mate.
you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party's what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a
Il est
new
franco, Hugo.
future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive
crois de
list
mettre
of
le 1.
every person in the country with wealth into
Pour
the
les
millions.
actions.
You know the sort. Probably you rather you don't.
Je pense pas que
Because
c'est
the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping
long on this,
reform of
mate.
the tax system in this country.
ça, c'est à Naples.
No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise
Ouais, c'est pas
billions.
vrai.
But you'll see
Ouais.
when we've reclaimed what's
On l'a vu à
ours,
droite.
that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It
Just believe
ends
the rude
today.
word.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time. Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good
Right,
job,
looks like
everybody.
you've got it
See you
now.
tomorrow.
Thanks for the help, mate.
C'est
Go.
chaud.
Ferry's about to leave.
Oh.
Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
Is this some weird fever dream? Am I dying now or something?
You should be so lucky. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Not going for a drink?
No, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
Putain, c'était vraiment stylé. C'était vraiment stylé, les gars. Incroyable. Comment ça ouais, la publicité à la fin, j'ai pu foirer complètement. Ok, montage sans intérêt. D'accord. À quel moment les gens ils vont se dire oh ouais, il y a eu des interférences, j'éteins. Enfin, si, mais pas. Et le montage, oh putain, on l'a vu trop longtemps, c'est nul.
Right, mate, I've left you a voicemail. I thought you'd end up here. Most people come into the archive room when they're done with a broadcast. That way you can see what you did and how it looked to the public. As you can see, there's 3 sections to the archive. Broadcasts, that's what you've put out. Rushes, which is all the stuff that was on all the screens. And adverts, which is any advert that you've chosen to show. So let's have a look at the broadcasts. Okay, on the left you can see all the broadcasts that you've done. You can
Putain, c'est
also
vraiment
get to hear
stylé,
from the main
j'aime
menu if you
beaucoup.
don't actually want to do a broadcast, you just want to
12
see
balles
some
sur
of your
Steam.
past work.
Bon.
Select any of
C'est
those,
encore en early
click
access, ils ont
load tape.
changé beaucoup de choses, donc
Watch what you
c'est
just
très,
did.
très encourageant,
When
je
you're
trouve
done,
très
hit
original.
back.
D'accord, on
Well,
va
in a
charger
few
la cassette.
moments, we'll be going live to tonight's national nightly news. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1. At 7 o'clock, it's the semi-final
Je
of the
revois tout, là.
quotation game, and
Pas
it's a
avancer.
nail-biting quiz tonight as a team of
On va pas tout
nuclear
revoir, si.
physicists take on 4 old
On va
ladies
revoir,
from
ouais.
East Grinching.
On va revoir et commenter.
That's followed at 8 p.m. by award-winning documentary series The Shape of Now, which tonight looks at the history of the knee-length sock and its importance during the Great Blackouts of 1871.
On
Not
s'en bat
one
les
to
couilles de
miss.
ça.
At 9 p.m, sit back and relax with multiple award-winning movie The Freedom of Being Colin, taking us all the way up to 11:15,
Mais
where,
sérieusement, mon
as
frère,
usual, Dr. Adrian
j'avais tout ça au
Atkinson
début.
Blimey will be grilling his guests in Incisors, and tonight sees a return for leading economist Katie Brightman.
Mais personne fait.
Finally, at midnight,
Personne
it's the
fait
National Weather
un
Report
preview de tout
before
ça.
we say good night until
Personne.
tomorrow.
Ça n'existe pas.
But
Il y a
now,
6
it's
programmes.
time to join
personne
Jeremy
fait ça.
Donaldson for the National Nightly News.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight. Moving on up, the election win that experts said just couldn't
Est-ce que je
happen.
vais avoir les pubs de merde
Hopeful
dessus
or
ou pas?
hostile. Controversy as global mega corporation Remington's Fist buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the Florida
Ouais, j'avais
market.
pas du tout suivi le
Top chat.
fait de quoi on
Sports
parle.
fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated.
Mais j'ai pas eu, on n'a
And,
pas du
of
tout eu
course,
tout ça.
we'll be going live to Advance headquarters
Ça, on
to
a
hear
eu.
what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic victory. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
C'est stylé ça. C'est vraiment stylé. Évidemment, les banlieues, c'est le problème. Voilà, encore les banlieues. L'argent, c'est l'argent et les banlieues, c'est tout ce qui compte.
But first,
Putain,
the votes are
il
in
était
and it's a
trop moche.
decisive win for Advance. The landslide victory, with an astonishing 81% of the popular
Ah
vote,
oui,
is the
il a
biggest
meublé.
election win in living memory. Advance appealed to voters up and down the country with their bold promises of permanent change, but critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary Geoffrey Jeffries has issued a statement in which he comments that we have all been seduced by the shiny wrapping paper, but have yet to see the contents of the box. Sounds like sour grapes to me, Jeff. After the break, Megan Wolf will be speaking to a man whose grapes
Pas
certainly
avancé.
aren't sour, the international heartthrob
Dommage
and
qu'on puisse pas
inexplicable
avancer.
box office sensation that is Lawrence Blunderclatch. And later in the program, we'll be going live to Advance HQ to hear the co-leader's acceptance speech. That's all coming up after the break.
Ah cool, on voit pas les pubs. Merci. Non.
Celebrate the
Je m'en bats les
classic age of
couilles.
salad with this exquisite limited
c'est-
edition collection.
On va regarder
My Salad
une-
Weekly.
une minute et
Sign
demie
up
de pub.
now
Bon, ça
and
me-
every...
on va pas regarder parce que je trouve ça nul. Pas envie.
Right, click on rushes and let's have a look at those. Okay, these
Ah,
four
voilà,
screens,
c'est ça que
they're
je voulais
exactly
voir.
the same as the 4 screens that feed you the studio signal when you're doing the actual news. Of course, the difference here is you can mute any screen you like or any combination of screens,
J'ai rien
and
compris.
you can have a listen to what was going on behind the scenes. Just select any segment, that's any bit
Ah,
between
je peux
ad
tout
breaks over on the
réécouter.
left, and hit play. When you're done checking out the backstage secrets, hit back.
These aren't my cards. Please tell me these aren't my cards.
No, they're the right ones, apparently.
But this gives me nothing, Jenny. They must see that.
I know. I think they think he won't have anything to say.
Oh, for God's sake, come on. It's a huge day. It's not an...
Absolute bonehead. I don't care, Rob. I'm not doing it. I agreed to do one beastly interview a day. I made that completely clear when we started. Check my contract.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Oh, piss off. You're on thin, bloody ice, Rob. Whole wheat, man. Whole wheat.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much for...
10 seconds, everybody.
C'est vraiment...
Going in 5, 4,
Putain, le fake
3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later we'll be hearing from shock election winners.
C'est pas ça que je voulais voir, ouais, moi c'était la diffusion, mais bon. Ok, et ben merci. Merci, jour 1. Est-ce qu'on peut faire pause, s'il te plaît? Est-ce qu'on peut faire pause? Parce qu'on va s'arrêter là. Tu arrives à la maison. Ah, sympa. L'équipe souhaite mieux vous connaître. Qui est l'équipe? Ah putain, mais je suis vieux. Si vous avez un nouvel emploi, quelle serait votre attitude? Ouais, ça, être réaliste. Hein. Puis elle va rapporter à la maison. Ça dépend de c'est quoi en fait. Mais moi je lui dirais faut que tu te balances. Et si ça part en couille en fait je ferais ça, mais au départ je dirais ça. Ça dépend en fait, encore une fois tout est relatif au boulot, est-ce que ça me plaît, est-ce que ça va me permettre d'avoir la tête remontée, d'avoir une promotion. On va dire que je fais mon taf. Quand je fais mon taf, voilà. Pour moi, si je parle à mes heures, c'est que je fais. C'est un peu fort, ça c'est pas beau. C'est le barbecue annuel auquel votre famille... Ouais, c'est pas la priorité quoi. C'est bien, mais c'est pas la priorité. Vous vous concentrez plutôt ça. Je sais pas. J'aurais dit les deux en fait, et réussite et échec. Il y avait soit réussite, soit échec. Je préfère dire réussite. Je vais me faire du sport. J'aime beaucoup le sport. Le gouvernement. Les personnes. Ah, c'est advance, d'accord. Est-ce que je peux faire pause quelque part, s'il vous plaît? C'est bien que c'est... Tu peux faire pause, s'il te plaît? Mais est-ce que je peux faire pause? Quitter, revenir. Si je fais continuer, j'arrive au même endroit ou pas? Oui. Ok. Bah écoutez, c'est un plaisir, le jeu est très très prometteur. Merci de m'avoir suivi, et puis on va continuer, on va le finir, puisque le jeu se finit assez rapidement. Et puis voilà. Ciao.